Welcome G. Let's start. Today I'm going to talk on structured concurrency. Because this concept are since many other languages are using are implemented and Java since from JDK19 onward as a preview feature you can use the concept of structured concurrency in Java as well as. So we have to discuss how as a Java 19 are going to offer we can use structured concurrency in a Java as a language. So if you talk about what is structured concurrency first, from the theoretical perspective, structured concurrency just simplify the multi-threading programming. Whatever the Java since 95 to whenever Java started, Java support multi-threading. And since we are doing multi-threading, but Java 19 onward, you can say we have to also use the structured concurrency. So let us understand what are the differences between the normal your multi-threading concept and what is structured concurrency. Simplify the concept. So structured concurrency treat multiple tasks running in the different thread as a single unit of works. So this is the major differences. Nowadays, before this, if you can create a thread 1, thread 2, thread 3, thread 4, all threads run in the independent life cycles. Anyone can complete first or before. Let's say this thread is running, this thread is running, they are independent. We have not any control mechanisms. If all threads are particular one context, can we manage single unit? No. Excuse me. But from structure concurrency, they say कि whatever your list of threads you have started from the one context, that can be managed by as a single thread. From single threads, it can be started or cancelled or managed. So what the things we achieve from this structure concurrency? So major purpose to improve the maintainability, readability, and the observability of multi-threaded code. So only purpose to make our multi-threading programming so simple. The the major you can say purpose of structure concurrency. You can say another way structure concurrency is just approach of a multi-threading programming that preserves your readability and management. So overall meaning is that structure concurrency is since Java 19 you have to write same code look like a your structural programming. What the structural programming say? Let's see. We have write method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4 and call for first method 1, then method 2, then method 3, then method 4. So same life cycle order your structure concurrency maintain to executing separate method. Okay. Similarly, you can also do in structure concurrency. Now this each method, let's assume key can be run by separate thread. This can be run by separate thread. This can be run by separate thread. This can be run by separate thread. And overall, your code look like a structure, sequential programming, but it can be run inside the multiple threads. And you can manage the complete thread life cycle from that context. Okay, so let's look how these are done from the you can say coding perspective. So let's look first how the concept of sequential programming and how we can same code. The major purpose of structure concurrency is that whatever the code you written in the sequential programming, the same code can be reused as a multi-threaded or not. If yes, that means we are using the structure concurrency. Means now writing multi-threading code for the developer perspective is very simple. Just write as a sequential code, and just if you want to run in multiple threads, just something we have to change the minor things, and now is figure out my code is running in a multi-threaded environment. So let's look first how, let us example some context. I am going to write some set of method like maybe get string like let's a scenario there is a one let's key one situation where we have a let's as a user want to figure out the particular product from the a website or a microservice, and after that just they want to what is the reviews for those product from the list of B microservice or C microservice. Might be third scenario. I want to find out the what are the best price for this product and which company which web microservice offer. So generally, sequentially we have a three box. First we have to figure out product, then reviews, product reviews, and best price. And after that I take decision I am going to buying or not. So I'm not going to here implement the complete web service or a microservice call. Just assume that this is simple methods which are invoking web service. Let's get products. Let's get products, and let's key this product. Check your product ID. Okay, and let's assume they are going to the call some s out. Okay, this product ID. Get product invoke for this product ID, and now just they returns whatever the you are getting the product. Let's key we are getting gets product colon. Let's key whatever the product you are getting. Let's ABC the product ABC. Just assume key we are receiving some product. Let's key, but might be whenever you are calling this as a web service, it will take some time. So for simulation, let's I'm just saying thread dot just sleep for a second. Let's some random variable, random like random, and just get random dot next. Let be matra 10-second differences, right? Okay. Next print, and here you can say simply say dot sleep duration of second. Let's say I want to whatever nest int, or you can say times. Wait times a processing thing waiting time. Let's this processing time it will take. So this will throw some try catch. Okay, I'm not interested to handle all this exception just for sake whatever things. So here let's we invoke this product plus let's key specify the time, this processing time, how many times our thread wait, plus let's give current thread name, what current thread are okay doing, and after just sleeping just done. Let's say I'm s out returning same to return products. Surely this will not available processing time. So this is the you can say we have created a simple method. This will maybe invoke some microservice and get a particular product ID, detail the product, but that might be simulation wise it will take some time and then return whatever the product you have. So that's great we can get. Let's product ID let's give 101. Any product ID can be. just pass product and products, and this is the one case. If you run it will s out yes products. So there is no any kind of a multi-threading. There is no any just assumption that key might be a scenario because some first time I figure out what is the product, and similar might be next scenario we are getting this product details and waiting 101 product. This is the times, this is the main threads. So might be scenario. Let us another case. Let's product reviews. This is the product review system. Same, just assume this is the product reviews. Okay, and you are same. Let's key get product reviews. And let us just say instead of product, let's a string of final outcome output can be say let's product plus you can say colon let's plus review, and we have to just return your output. So what are the here sequentially here you do to we are getting first product, and what are the particular review systems for this product. So we are getting product as well as review. Might be some context. Let's another one more. Might be situation where in the other system product best price, product best price. So whatever the service, let's key someone microservice return the best, and similarly here you can get best price product ID var, and let's just for sake I want to just go on to outcome and run it. So here our code is structural, simply sequential code. First we are getting the product, then product review, then best prices, and in this way we are our some API take us some time 6 seconds, some 5 seconds, and return the output. Finally we are getting this is best our output, final output this. Okay, so here the code is sequential. Now I want this code can be run in the multi-thread environment. This is a separate thread, this is separate thread, this is separate thread. So what we can do here is structure concurrency. Say, can you preserve this line of code and ensure that the same code run in a multi-threaded environment that can be run by different thread, that can be run by different thread, that can be run by different threads, and finally we are getting output. Yes, so that we can do. So now the come structure concurrency. So what are the minimum changes we can do here so that my code can be run in multi-threaded environment? So for that, this basic API of structure concurrency, that is the class known as a StructuredTaskScope. This is the one new class which is JDK19 as a preview feature offer, and they say here you can use this class, and the purpose of this class support the cases like where a task is split into the several concurrent tasks, like here our case get product, get reviews, and best prices, and to be executed their own threads. So all these threads I want to execute it from the separate thread, where the subtask must be completed before the main task are continue. So until all three are done, you cannot say key what are my final outcome. To ensure that the life cycle of concurrent operation is confined by your main block core routines, or you can say basic structure object. So here say ki just look like the sequential operation in the structure programming. The major differences here, your code look like a sequential operation in the structure programming. So you will not major changes you have to do for your doing the multi-threading. So let's how do. So here our code is structural code. Now I want to write this code in a multi-threaded environment. How do? Simple say you can just declare one variable scope and you can say new structure. Let's return type, and this this is the one things by default. Whenever we create some thread that is the resources that could be automatic cleanup, automatic close, you have to write is a this is a try block. So this is the one object we have to use, and after that whatever you are doing here, same thing you have to do here. Scope dot let's key join. We have to ensure that key all these threads whatever started that completed, then we get this output. Okay, so here we have to say scope dot just this is the method fork, they automatically create for thread. Just use this same concept here, whatever you have, and just copy here. Okay, and they return one task, and this let's give the task name look like a same. Okay, like a feature task. As of now I comment out so that we are not confused. Okay, so similarly we have again like another, this is the reviews, so this is also not commented, let's see here. Okay, and this is your product review, same you are noting. Similarly we have another folks, let's get best prices, whatever the best prices you are getting, best prices. Finally we are returning this output. Let's do the same, and whatever the here the output you want. So here this is the all the future object have a new overloaded method result now. Just you have to invoke the result now. So these are the changes you have to done, and finally you are getting the same output whatever you are getting. So now your code, this is the structural code, now become your multi-threaded code, because previously this code run in the one thread sequentially one by one. Now the same line of code now they are going to execute in multi-threaded environment executed by shipment, and now you are getting the output. And now you can run, and you notice that all are run in the different threads and done. So the only changes you have to done for multi-threading is that you have to just write your sequential code inside this scope, structural task scope. And now notice all the different worker threads are running, and finally we are getting the same output. Now all these are run by the virtual thread. Okay, the last video I discussed what is the virtual threads. By default all our threads run in the virtual threads, and now finally we are getting the same output. So your code look like a structured code, but now you are using the multi-threading concept, so known as a structural concurrency. This is the one scenario. Might be here say this all thread you want to complete it. So if we look the this structure task scope have a two specific subclass. One is the shutdown on success and one is the shutdown on failure. So what is the meaning? That they have implemented two scenario. Might be case when we are using the shutdown on success. Shutdown on success means to capture the result of first task completed normally and cancelling other way. That means ki now in the case we have a subtask 1, subtask 2, subtask 3, subtask both. I want ki any one can be successfully done and rest can be automatically cancelled. So we can use the success shutdown on success. Okay, and similarly one more success like a shutdown on a failure. Here say if anyone capture the exception of first task fail and cancelling all other the task. That means here they are invoking all. Anyone fail, first capture and just cancel the all the things. So how do in the code? Let's write some code. So in this example, let us just I am commented it. Here I just comment and want to so here let's example this is the review system. Might be we have one review system. Let us scenario ki we have a multiple reviews microservice from where you want to getting the review. What is the reviews for that? And I want get the first review. Maybe different. Let's review cycle A. We are getting from A reviews. Okay. And let's keep we have a three review systems from we are getting a review. So I want any first anyone can get review. Let's from A. This is the A. Let's this is the B system from we are getting. Okay. And similarly let's here A B C. Let's we have a three systems and I want to invoke all these three. So here I'm simply say reviews A, here reviews A. Okay, and just remove for time being, and I have to remove 1 B C. This is the B and you want to C. So different cases like B, here C. And now join, and what is the output? Here whatever the you have a scope have a option like a get result dot shutdown now feature whatever the scope A B C done. Now let's result. Here we have to now notice that here there is no any kind of result concept. So here we have to specify the specific subclass like I want to success. Whenever you say scope dot success, that means you are getting this is the one new method like a result. So here say ki these three subtasks multi-threaded thread started, and here say ki anyone successfully completed, just get the result and rest automatic can be cancelled. Don't worry, this framework automatically handle you. So let's test this. So these are the very things ki now our this scope object completely handle the life cycle of all your sub concurrent tasks. So you notice here we are three review system C A B started and all are done, but I am getting result from A and rest will be automatically cancelled. So these are the two variation of your structure task scope class like on success and on failure. On failure you also like on failure and decide when a failure what you want. So similarly look like on here shut down on success means you have to start thread 1 thread 2 thread 3 thread 4 all threads. If anyone done first, just get the result and just cancel all the tasks. Here in the case of shut down on failure, you want like invoke all. Let's get task 1 task 2 task 3 task 4 all are started, and any fail just capture the failed result and just shut down the all other. So this is a scenario where we have to even sometime while we have to manage the multiple threads are sending some exceptions. So how to handle exception? So here structured task scope class you can extend, and whenever you extend this class you have to override this method has handle complete method. And in this implement complete method you have to define your own exception behavior, how to handle this exception. Okay, and even you have options key like a scope dot throw if fails, and whatever the result you want, you can just manage it. And similarly, if you want to like a join method. So finally, these are the some scope class have offered some kind of methods which we can take benefit. So overall, if you talk about the workflow of the structure, so first you create the scope like we did in our example. First we have to create our scope object, and once scope object created, after that you have to fork the concurrent subtask in the scope. So what it is, from this scope I have to just started the different sub concurrent task using the fork methods. And once this is done started, you have a two kind of flavor to join. That means you have to wait which block all the forks are completed. And second option, sometime I want key all the tasks should be completed within a specific time frame. So we have to go joined until join until a method which just extract the times from these times I want to. And after joining, you have also option you handle the error. If you want to handle error, just use the throws if field exception. And the last key, this structure task scope, please prefer to create inside the try with resources, so that key automatic all the waiting tasks are automatically will be closed or shut down. The shutdown of the scope and wait for struggling to fork complete. So these are the automatic handled by your fork joins. So these are the some things about the structure concurrency. So structure concurrency, very simple. Whatever the code you previously writing for your sequential programming, same kind of code you are going to write in the multi-threading. And all the life cycle of thread is handled and managed by creating a thread, managing, shutting down, all taken care by your structure concurrency scope object. So what we have to do, whatever the structure concurrency code, just place inside your scope, and scope have a join method and get the output. So these are the very, now you can say for doing multi-threadings using the structure concurrency is very easy. Just we have to use the one scope object, structure task scope, and you have to define all the subtasks which you want and join the results any, or if sometime you want to invoke all or invoke any, those feature you can do. Even if you want to exception handling, you can do exception handling. The best things here in the structure concurrency is that the life cycles of thread is now manageable. So just example, thread 1, create thread another one, and create thread another one. Okay, so these two life cycle are bounded from this thread only. If this threads you want to maybe cancel or you want to wait, this automatically handled by your frameworks. Previously, these three independent tasks and each independent threads have its own life cycle. So now your code can be easily debuggable. Your starting point and end point, you know from here our code started and here must be end. So look like your structural code. So these are the major, you can say, benefit, or you can say advantage of your structure concurrency. Your code life cycle look like your sequential code, but your code now running in the multiple threads, and all the subconcurrent subtask is life cycle handled by your just scope object. From your scope object, structured task scope object, you can handle the life cycle, canceling the threads or getting the output. So these are the basic things about the structure concurrency. Go to the official website and figure out details, and lots of you can say easiest way you can nowadays you can do multi-threading. Just do practice, you just explore this API, and now note this structure concurrency concept now in the JDK19 as a preview feature. So please don't use in this production, might be in future can be changed, but my personal review is that this feature store continue in the maybe next release, after next to next release will come in the main features of the JDK, because they are work on the concept of a virtual thread. Whatever the subtask currently fork method initiate, that are created by your virtual thread. That means ki only one your OS thread created, and all others are going to create a virtual thread. Virtual thread that is managed by your JVM itself, and life cycle of all the virtual threads also managed by your OS threads. So these are the life cycle managing of OS virtual thread and OS thread. Each and everything now is very simple for the developer perspective. Developer just use the scope object, and scope object have options join, cancel, throw exception. And if you want to separately handle exceptions, different contexts, just extend this structure task scope class and override the handle exception and provide your implementation. According to your implementation, this scope class works. So hope this informations will useful and helpful for you. If any doubt, confusion, surely we can just post your question. I'll try to reply. But this is the very handy good feature of Java 19, a structure concurrency. I'd like to say thank you for watching this video.